Good evening. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you, Miss T. Howdy, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Thank you, BB. What's up, everybody? What up, Undercover? What up, G-Tac? Good evening, G-Tac. Thank you, Kimberly. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Great to see everybody. Thank you, Jolie and Donna. Great to see everybody. Thank you, G-Tac and Donna. What's up, Ruby? What's up, Brenda? What's up, man? Daniel Stewart. Great to see everybody. We're just getting started. Just woke up. Had a very nice night of sleep. Slept like 7 hours, 7.5 hours. Feel pretty good. Thank you, William, Bab, and Mark. Great to see everybody. Good evening, everybody back home in the United States. Monday Night Football is on right now. What's the score? What is the score right now, man? The last score I checked, Niners were up. Thank you, Chris. What's up, everybody? All right, this is our first full day in the city of Changchun. Oh, my God. The Jets getting blown out. Thank you, Tar Heel Babe. Thank you, Beth. Oh, my God. The Jets are getting blown out. Oh, my God. Great to see everybody, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Too Tall. Thank you, Chris. Great to see everybody, man. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, everybody back home in America. Good evening, everybody back home in America. Good morning, everybody in Asia. We are starting our stream. Victoria, Blake, and Xander a little bit earlier than where we usually go. Thank you, Bradley. Wonderful. Best Brown. Great to see everybody. All right. We got 2 places we need to hit up today. 2 destinations. Number 1 is that we're going to a market right now. Thank you, Lena and Mo Green. We're going to a little market right now. Thank you, Lena and Charlie Lambert. Hey, happy birthday, Charlie. Happy birthday, sir. Hope you have a good one. Thank you, Victoria, Mo Green. Thank you, Charlie. Charlie, happy birthday to you, sir. Thank you, Paris, Cecilia, Blackpink. Good evening, everybody in America. Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, everybody. We're walking to the morning market right now. And then, thank you, Hufflepuff and Little Jane. And then we're going to walk to the Kingdom Palace of the Manchu Kuo. I can't wait. Thank you, Petunia. I didn't even know that was here, by the way. I learned something new today. Thank you, Night Wolf. So let's keep it moving. And you see a little bit of the streets of Changchun as we walk there. Thank you, Night Wolf. We are in downtown Changchun. So this is pretty much downtown Changchun. It is a beautiful day. Thank you, LBJ. What up, Lee? Thank you, Laura. It is a beautiful day. Blue skies, white clouds, great air quality. It was raining last night, as some of y'all will remember from the stream. So you can see it's still a little bit overcast, but it's a great day. Thank you, Tommy Chen. This city is, even though it's got 9 million people, thank you, Kathy and Tommy. Good morning, everybody in Asia. Good evening, everybody in the United States. Even though this place has 9 million folks living out here in this city, Laura Puddles, thank you, and Martha Hood. Thank you, Martha. It's actually not that much of a skyline, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look out as far as you can see, thank you, Camaro, New York 718. You see, as you look out as far as you can see, there's no skyline whatsoever. You don't really see any big buildings, you know, like a Marriott hotel or a big office skyscraper. Don't really see any of that here in this city, even though 9 million people live out here. This is the capital of Jilin province. Thank you, Sherry Clark. I could feel the cold already. Very, very cold. I should have worn a jacket. Thank you, Sherry. I probably should have worn my jacket. But we'll walk it off. We'll heat up. This place is cold. It's one of the colder places in all of China. And we are indeed getting closer and closer to the Russian border. Which we may stream, actually. Thank you, Anul. All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Great to see everybody. Thank you, man. Linda. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Anul. Linda, you were the first one yesterday. You the first one again today. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Apple user and Sherry Clark. Man, I gotta be honest, man. My stomach feels fine, but I don't want to give y'all TMI. but I feel like my digestion has been a little bit it's been a little bit off. Maybe it's from all the pomegranate juice. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. So let's keep it moving. Thank you, Petunia. Let's keep it moving, man. Follow the channel. Thank you, Jaina. Thank you, Ash. Follow the channel and share this live stream, everybody. Look at this. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Blue Eyed. This dude shouting for some reason, man. I'm gonna get away from him. Thank you, Kelly and Blue Eyed. Shouting for some reason. Melachupa Nightwolf, thank you. We just started streaming 5 minutes ago. We need to walk to our first destination, and then we need to walk to the palace. Thank you, Demetrius and Melachupa. All right, a little bit of history as we are walking towards the evening's first destination. Do you guys remember? Thank you, JP and Mark and Dottie. How many of you remember from about a couple weeks ago? Mark and Dottie, thank you. How many of y'all remember from about a couple weeks ago when we were in the city, I think of Tianjin? I can't remember whether it was Tianjin or Shijiazhuang. I think it was the city of Tianjin. Maybe the viewers will remember better than me. Do you guys remember when we were in that city? We went to a place called, was it Tianjin? We went to a place called the Last Emperor's, it was Tianjin, the Last Emperor's Residence. Do any of you remember that particular stream? The residence of the last Emperor Puyi. Any of you guys remember that? You guys remember. Sweet Tooth remember. Tiff remembers. Moonwatcher remembers. Christopher remembers. You guys remember that? Okay. So we went to a place about a couple weeks ago in Tianjin that was the residence of the last emperor. Oh, I got green actually. That was the residence of the last Emperor Puyi. Okay. Thank you, Nick. Now, if you remember from that stream, he only lived there. Thank you, Blue Eye BBJ, for subscribing for the first time. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Wan. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody. Do you guys remember he only lived there for like a couple of years? And he lived there with 2 of his women. Do you remember that? Tar Heel Babe and Shauna, thank you. Do you remember he lived there with his concubine as well as his, I'm not sure if you would use the word wife. Do you remember that? Empress. So he lived there with his empress and he lived there with his wife. You remember that, right? And they both had their own bedrooms. The empress had her own bedroom. The concubine had her own bedroom. And Puyi had a bedroom. You guys remember that? Thank you, Indigo Sky and Innkeeper. You guys remember that. The baby mama. You remember, right? Right, the baby mama. Okay. So, here's where the story continues. Thank you, Indigo Sky. Indigo Sky, I appreciate you subscribing last night. Thank you very much, Indigo Sky. So this city here called Changchun is going to be about 7-8 hours driving away. Phyllis and Kristen, thank you. And Patty Curious Me, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much, Daniel. That is a 7 to 8 hour drive, equivalent to from about North Carolina to Florida. Similar drive from North Carolina to Florida, down I-90. Thank you, Climus. This is where that story continues. Thank you, Mad. So, he actually snuck out of that home. He was supposed to stay in that home in Tianjin. He snuck out. He snuck out in the middle of the night, like a thief, transported himself into Manchuria, I believe first into Dalian, before settling into this particular city called Changchun, the last emperor of China. Thank you, David. We're going to keep it moving. What I mean by that is, he comes here to the city of Changchun, and he gets installed by the Japanese who had invaded Manchuria in 1931 as the emperor of a new puppet kingdom called the Manchukuo. So that is going to be the theme of today's show as we go visit his palace. Thank you, Shauna. You have to remember, this entire city used to be occupied by the Japanese since 1931. In order to make the invasion, thank you, Linda. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Linda, for the dinosaur. Thank you, Super Dave and Burr. Thank you. In order to justify the invasion, the Japanese created a puppet empire here called the Manchu Kuo. And they thought to themselves, thank you, Amber, every empire needs a king, needs a head of state. They said, who should we put as the head of state here? Ooh, you know what? Let's put Puyi here, the emperor of the last Qing dynasty, the last emperor of the Qing dynasty. Let's put him as the puppet emperor. Does that make sense? Thank you, Innkeeper George. Thank you, Dottie CC, and thank you, Innkeeper George, for subscribing. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Innkeeper, for sending a subscription. Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Justin, Chris. If that makes sense, thank you, Mr. Hot and Sour. So this right here is going to be the site of an illegitimate puppet kingdom called the Manchu Kuo. We're going to go visit the palace. We're going to see how Puyi lived. Thank you, Love and Chris. We're going to see all that this evening. But first, we're going to keep going straight. I want to take you guys through a little bit of a morning market before it closes. You can see to my right, these are all residential neighborhoods right along the streets. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. A little fake puppet kingdom is what they built here. Okay, a little fake puppet kingdom. And this went from 1931 to 1945. And also, if you guys recall, thank you, Scarlett, after the end of World War II and also the Second Sino-Japanese War, Puyi was actually returned to communist China by the Russians, by the Soviet Union. He was actually briefly incarcerated after 1949. I believe he was in prison for, I don't know how long he was in prison, but I know that he was briefly incarcerated. One of the reasons that he was incarcerated was because he was considered a traitor. It was considered that he betrayed his country by becoming the head of the Manchu Kuo kingdom. Thank you, Phyllis and Hat. That was one of the reasons that he was put into penitentiary after he was returned. And then after he was released, you guys might wonder, well, what's going to be the job? What's the occupation that you give to the former emperor of China? What does that guy do for a living? Right? What is his job? Right? He had a very menial custodial job when he was released from prison. Like, I believe he was like I don't know exactly what his job was, but it was a very proletariat, very, very low paying job. But he was given a place to live. He lived with his family. So he had a decent life after he was released, but he wasn't an aristocrat. He was given a very, very proletariat lifestyle. Does that make sense? So thank you, Typical Caliber. So we've already got our ticket in hand. We're going to go check out the palace. For those of you that are interested in this part of Chinese history, thank you, Deb. You guys got to go watch that movie called The Last Emperor. The Last Emperor is a movie that won an Oscar. You guys got to go check out that movie called The Last Emperor. Puyi is the main figure in the movie The Last Emperor. He is, of course, the last emperor ever in Chinese history. Over 3,000 years of recorded rule by kings and emperors. Puyi was the very last one. Of course, after him, China became a republic with a president. And then, obviously, after 1949, there's no more kings. Thank you, Rayon and King. Speaking of King, thank you, King, for the bracelet. So let's keep it moving. Let's go to the market first. That's why I'm starting a little bit earlier than when I usually do, which is 11 p.m. Eastern time. So let's keep it moving. Let's explore the city. Let's look at the markets. And then we're not going to stay at the market for too long because I want to go into the museum. I want to go, not the museum, but I want to go into the palace before everybody goes to sleep on the East Coast. Thank you, Miss. So let's keep it moving, everybody. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. What up, Aaron Page? What up, everybody? What is up? What's up, everybody? Wakey, everybody in Asia. Good evening, everybody in the United States. How was y'all's day, man? How was Tuesday? How was Tuesday? Thank you, Cindy. What up, Arlena? What up? Thank you, Cindy. How was y'all's Tuesday? Thank you, Innkeeper George. Thank you, Paulina. Thank you, King and Cindy. How do I hold my camera? With my hand. Thank you, Dottie CC, for subscribing. Thanks to Innkeeper George. Thank you. Now, first, I gotta tell you this. Last night I was here. I started streaming. Some of y'all caught it. My first impression of this city, man. This city is very, very industrial. Thank you, Brenda and Shauna. What I mean by that is, like, this city gives me the vibes of, like, 1990s China. You know, that's how it made me feel. Because a lot of these buildings here are really, really quite old. It's almost as if like I'm here in the late 90s, early 2000s. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? It's got the vibe of like, you guys ever go to like you just be honking for no reason. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Helpco. Thank you, Jonathan. You see this dude just be honking for no reason. You see that right there? Dude just hunk for no reason. Thank you, Innkeeper George, for sending a subscription to Sherry Clark. Y'all ever go to like an American city? Like, let's say Pittsburgh or Memphis, you know what I'm saying? And you walk downtown and you feel like the downtown of those cities, or even like there's a lot of cities in America like that. Milwaukee, I'm sure, is similar to that. You just feel like the city hasn't really changed. Thank you, Skill Brown. You just feel like the buildings look the same from like 20, 30 years ago, even 40, 50 years ago. This is what the city of Changchun makes me feel like. It's not a bad thing. It's a very romantic and nostalgic feeling. But when you look around, you don't see any of those like sleek glass skyscrapers, right? You see that? You don't see any sleek skyscrapers. Well, that one, I guess. But it just feels like you've been taken back to 20 years ago, 15 years ago. It does remind me of Chicago a little bit. I'm serious. It does. This is the weird thing, is being here in northern China, it reminds me a lot of Chicago. I said this 2 nights ago when I first got to the city of Dandong. Thank you, Good D. Let's keep it moving. Let's go towards the market. Very, very interesting. Nah, there's no crime. There's no crime here whatsoever. There's very little crime here. But, that's the big but, okay? I do think that, I don't have any statistics to back it up, but I do think that, thank you, Jessica, I personally think this is a little bit of a rougher area than southern China, than other parts of China. I don't have any stats to back it up. You know, stats could be made to look like whatever, but there's a few things about the people that live in Dongbei, in Manchuria, that make me believe crime here is likely a little bit higher. Thank you, Hufflepuff. The reason, number one, is they're heavy drinkers here. Chinese people enjoy alcohol to begin with, but the folks that live here in Manchuria are very heavy drinkers. Like, this is a part of their culture. This is a part of their region. It gets very cold here. Alcohol warms you up. They drink a lot over here. Another thing, people from this part of the country called Manchuria, thank you, Jesse, are known for hot tempers. Known for having a hot temper. Now, I don't want to generalize for everybody, but this is kind of the reputation associated with a lot of folks who are from this area here in China, that they eat a lot, they have very good appetites, they drink a lot, and they have very hot tempers. So I don't have any stats to back it up. This is a very fascinating place. I've never been here before, and the reason why it's such a fascinating place for me is that the reputation of this place, thank you, German girl, is so big. Dongbei is a place I've always wanted to come and visit. So hopefully we'll be able to see, hopefully we won't see the temper part, but we're gonna keep walking. Let's go to the market. Let me make sure my directions are, yeah, we're actually there. Make a right turn. Man, this time passed by fast. Make a right turn and we should be there. That's gonna be our first stop today. We're gonna check out a little market. We're not gonna stay for too long because we gotta go to the palace. So good evening, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Kevin. Good evening, everybody. We're here in the city of Changchun. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Tip Top. I mean, there's a lot of stories. I'll tell you this, man. There's a lot of stories about this place, man. Thank you, Anul and Sonia. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Helpco and Kevin. Good to see everybody. All right. Make a little right turn here, and then we should be in the market. This is it right here. This is it right here, but you can't go in through this door. I think we're gonna have to go. Thank you, Jules and Sherry. Thank you, King. Thank you, King. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jules, for the corgi. Thank you, Golf and King. Thank you. Chen Mo, thank you. There's a some reason I want to sneeze. Thank you, Kevin, MN Duchess, and Mr. Hot and Sour. Thank you very much. All right. All right, let's keep moving. All right, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I don't know why I've been dealing with a sneeze the last few weeks. Persistent, too. All right. Cool. All right, let's go into this market real quick. We should be on the closing end of this market. I heard they close at 11, and it's almost 11. I don't see a lot of people coming in and out, so let's see what we have here. There's not much going on. Can't even go in. Market is closed. Man, can't even go in. Something happened here. I don't know what's going on over here. Something happened over here. Market is closed. Thank you, King. Thank you, Kirill. See, the dude standing in front just told me don't go in. It looks empty inside. Huh. All right. Thank you, Kirill. It's closed. It's weird. Thank you, Kirill. That's weird. All right. Well, if that's the case, then let's go to the palace. Let's keep walking. Let's go to the palace. It's weird. That pride that hurt me sneeze. Usually it's always a bad thing in China when you don't see a lot of people heading there. You know, when I was walking this whole time, I didn't see a lot of, ladies or gentlemen with bags getting ready to go shop. That should have been a telltale sign right there. Right, because they got some type of construction going on over here. Keep moving. All right, man, let's go to the palace right now. The market is closed. You know what? It just means we're going to go to the palace. It's all good. It's all good. Let's go to the palace. We'll find another market. Let's keep it moving. Huh. Let's keep it moving, man. I'm out of the loop. Today was a half day. Why is today a half day? Another girl. I won't get hit. I'm going to be here. They rope it off. What's up, everybody? Follow the channel, everybody. My name is Daniel from the state of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. I stream every single day out here in China. Make sure y'all follow the channel. It is a beautiful day out here in the city of Changchun, the capital of Jilin province here in northern China. Thank you, Naked Flower. Yeah. Naked Flower. I love it. I'll make a left turn here. Yes, we're on the way. Wendy, yes, please let the people know so they don't think I'm just walking in circles. Yes. Yes, thank you, Wendy. Thank you very much. Oh, she gave me the side eye. I didn't even see. I'm used to it. When you speak English, some people will look. That's fine. Thank you, Naked Flower. What's up, everybody? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We walk into the Imperial Palace now. We have our ticket in hand, which means 10:42. Hold on one second. I gotta talk to somebody. Hold on one second. 我现在就走过去了。那个市场不开门，不开业，没有人，白走过去了。我现在就走过去，我11点半之前就能到，所以我得有11点半之前的票。Just told my friend I need to get a ticket. That's a little bit earlier time slot because the market was closed. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Amuj and Wendy for pinning those comments. All right, somebody just asked, what is the climate over here? Look, forget the climate. My question is, how you gonna have a sidewalk that's this big with no light? Y'all see this? Look at the sidewalk right here. It ain't even got no light. People just walk. There's no traffic light. You just walk. That's a first. Now see this? Big ass city crossing. No light. You just walk. That's new. That's new, y'all. Listen, am I dreaming this? There's no light over here either. Look at this. You just cross. That's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Is a real intersection too. It's not a small one either. There's no light. You just cross when there's no car. I'm doing well, Rosa. Thank you, Victoria. I'm doing well. I'm just trying to take you guys to the palace without getting hit by a car. So, look at it. Honky. Thank you, John and Victoria. Alright, I think I can go now. Let's keep moving. Thank you, Victoria. Make sure I don't get hit by this. Alright, we good. We good. We good. Good. I gotta wait for the traffic light. That's yeah, exactly. There's no pedestrian light. Oh hell. Oh. I ain't getting hit by a car today, man. That ain't in the cards. I'm getting hit by a car. Let's keep moving. It is a beautiful day out here, though. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful day. Good evening, Just Kirby. Yeah, unfortunately, I did have to get some hot twog. I told you guys, I've been sneezing a little bit. I don't know what it is. I've been sneezing a little bit. I've been having phlegm. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Tammy. Great to see you, Tammy. On the way to Manchukuo, baby. Alright, look. Let me explain a little bit further, man. Thank you, Tammy Jones, as we head to the palace. Look. When you come out here, for the next couple of days, and really for the entire time that we're here in Manchuria and Dongbei, okay? Like, I don't know if the vibe of the place comes through the screen to you guys back home in the States. Okay? Like, what I mean by that is, like, try to see it through my lens, through my camera, through my iPhone. Try to look at the people, try to look at the place, because I'm telling you, the vibe here is super, super different. The neighborhoods don't look that different from anywhere else in China, but the vibe is very, very different. It's a much slower paced city than any major provincial capital that I've been to. I feel like the vibe here is real chill. Not a lot of people in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of places look very, very empty. Reflective of the fact that, thank you, W Blower, that this province only has 27 million people. To give you some context, Beijing has like 27 million people. The city of Beijing has like 27 million people. This entire province, this entire state has only 27 million people. So it's not a lot of human beings that live here in general. There's just not a lot of human beings that live here. And what's interesting about this is that you also have to remember, this used to be the land that belonged to the Manchu people before they conquered the Ming Dynasty. During the Ming Dynasty, they didn't even control this land. So as recent as 500 years ago, the Ming Dynasty didn't even have control of the land that we're standing on right now. This is the homeland of the Manchu ethnic minority here in China. And this is also why Puyi came back here to be the puppet king, because this is his ancestral homeland. His grandfather, his great-grandfather, his great-great-grandfather, all of his bloodline traces back to this area of China. And the Manchu people here in China are a very, very small minority. Very, very small minority. I didn't have the time to look up what percentage of the population. No more than 1% of the entire population here in China. So what that means is that you have a place that just simply doesn't have a lot of people. There's just not a lot of human beings that live in this area. Now, a lot of people ask, well, what is the Manchu people? What is the Manchurian people? What is the concept behind it as we walk to their imperial palace? The Manchu people are the descendants of a nomadic race. You think about the whole story of China, the whole story of the Chinese existence. Thank you, Kick-Ass. Is that if you did a DNA test right now on most Chinese people, I don't want to say most, but a lot of Chinese people, because I don't want to speak for most people, but if you did a DNA test on, let's just say me, let's say you took my blood and you did a DNA test on me right now, I am of the firm belief that the Chinese identity, historically speaking, has been a mixture of what we call the ethnic Han people along with the people from other parts surrounding China. Which means if I did a DNA test right now, I wouldn't be surprised if I had, let's say, 5% Mongol or 6% another ethnic tribe from the northern tribe. Does that make sense? Because the history of China has always been a mix of not only the ethnic Han identity, but also people. This car about to back into my ass, man. What the hell? This car on the sidewalk over here. What the hell? Anyway, I thought this car was gonna back into me. This dude on the sidewalk. What the hell? I'm over here talking about DNA and shit. I ain't gonna avoid getting hit by a car. I just saw how I moved out the way, right? What the hell? Alright, man, let's keep it moving, man. That distracted me for a second as we head to the palace. I got distracted by that. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. I got distracted. You have to remember, in my humble opinion, thank you, Louis. You got to understand, in my humble opinion, I'm not saying this is academically true, okay? Although I think my answer is very, very close to reality. The entire country of China that you see today, which includes what we're about to walk into, the palace, is 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000-year-old mix of different identities, different racial groups from nearby surrounding regions, intermixing, intermarrying, interbreeding, right? If you really want to be very, very strict, and we want to say, okay, what is the concept of China, 中国, the Middle Kingdom? Well, during the original Qing dynasty, QIN, about 2,200 years ago, the square kilometer area of what the Qing dynasty originally was about 2,200 years ago is only a third of China today. Right? It's only a third of China today. It's a very small area, maybe 3.5 million square kilometers. China is about 9.6 million square kilometers today. So what that means is the country has expanded significantly in the last 2,000 years, this concept of being China, right? It's gotten a lot bigger, which now includes, of course, this area right here, Manchuria. It also includes Inner Mongolia. It also includes Tibet, China. And it also includes Xinjiang, China, right? Thank you, Hyotu. Great to see you, Hyotu. So what I mean by that is that the entire Chinese identity is one that throughout the last few thousand years, thank you, Kara, for subscribing, has continuously shifted, has continuously transformed itself. It's not a uniform identity that stayed the same for 2,000 years. The area, the land, it contracted. It expanded, then it contracted, then it expanded again, then it contracted. It kept on moving. The borders kept moving. At one point, Hyotu was watching this. At one point, I believe during the Tang Dynasty, many parts of modern-day Vietnam was a part of China in the Tang Dynasty. Now it is not. Now Vietnam is its own country, right? So this is what I mean when you're here and you think about the ethnic diversity of China. This city, this entire place called Manchuria, even as recent as 500 years ago, thank you TLC and Black Widow, even as recent as 500 years ago, it was not a part of the Ming Dynasty. It was a separate type of people that were living here called the Manchurians. Thank you Katie and TLC. Very, very different. See, this is what I don't understand is how this very tiny street over here has a traffic light, okay? And I got green. I'm walking down the street on a green light and I get honked at by a car. Come on, man. Y'all see this right here. Thank you, Pond Hopper. Thank you, Black Widow. Man, thank you, Nate. Thank you very much, Nate. Y'all just saw that, right? I'm walking down the street on a green light and I get honked at. You know what I'm saying? So like, this is why I have to emphasize this point, because I think there's a lot of stereotypes in the West about, you know, you guys watch like Rush Hour 2, you know, even I love Rush Hour and I love Rush Hour 2. I love Chris Tucker and you know how I feel about Jackie Chan. Thank you, Hyo2. Thank you, Pay Up Hoffless. Thank you. It's like, I think there's a lot of mistaken stereotypes in the West about what it means to be Chinese or what it means to be Asian. They think many people think we all have the same culture, we all eat rice, or we all eat kimchi, or we all eat sushi. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of misconceptions about actually how diverse not only Asia is, but how diverse China is. You know what I'm saying? What up, Gio? What up, Gio? Does that make sense? So it's like when you come here in China, this is why we travel such great distances, the different parts of China, is to understand that this country, even though the people may look similar today when you're walking in big cities like this, thank you, Blank Page, thank you so much, Moonwatcher, thank you, Blank Page, that it's actually a very, very diverse country with a lot of different ethnic groups. 56 ethnic groups make up what is China today. All Things and Miss T and Bucky and Snoozy, thank you so much. Like, not every Chinese person looks the same. Not everybody eats the same thing. Not everybody speaks the same dialect. There's a lot of diversity here in this country, not in the same sense as what we have back home in America with, let's say, African Americans, Latinos, Caucasians, Native Americans, Asian Americans, not in that sense, but ethnic groups as in one of the 56 ethnic groups here in China. And you can't recognize it. I could be walking down the street right now and the person walking towards me right now could be Manchurian, could be Manchu blood, right? It could be Manchu blood and I wouldn't know because they speak perfect Chinese and they look very similar, right? You wouldn't know that, but on their ID, it would actually identify what ethnic group they belong to. Does that make sense? So let's keep it moving. Just a key point to remember is that here in Manchuria, very, very important to remember, this is a different, very, very different place 500 years ago compared to the Ming Dynasty. It was not a part of the Chinese Empire 500 years ago. After the Qing Dynasty took over all of China, okay, this obviously became a part of the Chinese Empire. But even as recent as 500 years ago, this was a totally separate place. So let's keep it moving, everybody. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Thank you, Pay Up Hoffless. Let's keep it moving. Very, very diverse. Now, wait till we go to Xinjiang, China, and we see the Uyghur Chinese people. Thank you, Jesse and Louie. It's a trip when you're out there, man, because when I go out there, it's really a mind trip because, like, I feel like I went to a foreign country. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I went to a foreign country when I go to Xinjiang, China. Thank you, All Things, because the folks there look nothing like me. Oh my God, they are beautiful. Like, the people there are absolutely beautiful. They have amazing cheekbones, big eyes. Some of them have blue eyes. Their complexion, I've seen some people with blonde hair, some people with brunette hair. Very beautiful people, just a very, very beautiful people. They speak a totally different language. I believe their writing system is different. You know what I'm saying? So when we go to Xinjiang, China, you see how the Uyghur Chinese people are living, and you look at the way they eat, you look at the way they converse with each other, super, super different. When we go there, I think hopefully in October sometime next month, thank you, Dave and Shay, you guys are gonna see something totally different. Totally, totally different. I feel like an ethnic minority when I'm there. So that should tell you something. I feel like a minority when I'm there. Make a right. We're almost there. We're almost at the palace. Thank you, W Blower. Thank you, W Blower and Evangeline. Thank you, guys. Let's keep it moving. Yeah, all eyes are beautiful. All eyes are beautiful, but they have some amazing features. This is why also some of the biggest actresses, most famous actresses in China are from Xinjiang, China. Like Dia Raba, Naja. They're all from that part of the region. They're very, very beautiful people. So let's keep it moving, y'all. All right, we're going to make a right here, and we should be going towards the palace. Beautiful. Thank you, All Things. Thank you, Jack12. I have not gone to Universal Studios yet. That is coming up. Thank you, New Beginning. Please follow the channel and share this live stream if you haven't. Great to see everybody. Oh, man, that was a little soliloquy I just gave right there, man. Let me rest my lungs for a second. Whew. That was a soliloquy. Thank you, KB. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So hopefully you guys understand the main takeaway from what I just said. This country has 56 ethnic groups, some of which we've seen on our live stream already. Thank you, Jesse, and Nightwolf. Very, very diverse place. Thank you, All Things. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, I Serpentia. Hopefully that message came clear. Different ethnicities here. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody is from the same ethnic group here. Very, very diverse country. Very, very and a lot of times, you know, when you live in Shenzhen, when you live in Shanghai, you know, it's hard to feel it. You know what I'm saying? You don't really, it's kind of hard to experience it, but when you travel and you go to different parts of China is really when you'll start to feel it. But let me give you guys another very important point, okay? In modern Chinese history, let's say the last 1,000 years, China as a country, as a whole concept, this whole Middle Kingdom, Zhongguo, was conquered by two outside ethnic groups. It happened twice in the last 1,000 years. First time, that's actually not entirely true because there's also the Jing dynasty. But let's say two major dynasties in the last 1,000 years were actually ruled by non-Han Chinese people. The very first one is going to be a name that a lot of us have heard of. Genghis Khan. So Genghis Khan, this is a very important point for everybody to understand. Genghis Khan never conquered China. Genghis Khan may have been a great conqueror, but he never conquered China. It was his grandson, Kublai Khan, that conquered the Song dynasty and established the Yuan dynasty by the Mongols. So his grandson's name was Kublai Khan. So Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan, his grandson conquered all of China and he became the emperor and he established the Yuan dynasty. That's the first time. The second time is the Qing dynasty by the Manchurian people right here where we stand. So when the Manchu people conquered all of China, they established the Qing dynasty. So first you have the Yuan dynasty run by the Mongols. Thank you, Thermo, for extending your subscription. And thank you, Annie. And then thank you, Blank Page. And the second time is the Manchus of the Qing dynasty. All right? But there's a point I'm trying to make here. All right? This is not just a blank history lesson. There's a point I'm trying to make here. Even though these two groups of people are what I would call outside ethnic groups at the time, they're not Han Chinese. Annie and Amy, this is the most beautiful and amazing thing about the ethnic Han culture, is that even though they were defeated and they were conquered by the Mongols and they were conquered by the Manchus, the Han Chinese way of life is so strong and enticing. Thank you, Ozaru, that the invaders adopted the way of life of the people they conquered. Remember that point. So meaning when the Mongols came in and they established their capital in Beijing, they actually began to be Sinicized and they began to become like the Han people. Thank you, Daniela. When the Qing dynasty first took over all of China, thank you, Daniela and I Serpentia, they tried to stress the importance of their language, the Manchu language. This is why when you go to some of the big tombs that we've been to and you look at a big tombstone, the Manchu language is more pronounced and the Han language is a little bit smaller. That's because initially in the Qing dynasty, they wanted to emphasize the superiority of their language and their culture as conquerors. Thank you, Pepper. Thank you, Pepper. However, the further you go in the Qing dynasty, you'll realize they actually stopped doing that. And the Manchu language and the Mandarin language actually became the same size. Does that make sense? You see what's really interesting about Chinese history for everybody who's watching. This is the most proud. If you think about what is the proudest thing about Chinese history and about this country, Chinese history and about the China as a nation, in my opinion, the proudest thing about this country is the fact that it's a civilization, and the only civilization in human history never to be broken. It's a continuous line from beginning to today. Thank you, Daily Day. Even though the Mongols took over, even though the Manchus took over, the Chinese identity was never broken. You can't say the same about the Egyptians. You can't say the same about the Greeks. You can't say the same about the Roman Empire. There's no other place in human history where you have a continuous civilization. Even when the Yuan dynasty came over, they could have said, you know what? Why do we call ourselves? You see, the whole concept of calling yourself a dynasty, which was started by the historian Sima Qian over 2,000 years ago, is a continuation. Because they could have said, you know what? We're just going to call ourselves the Mongol Empire. We're just going to call ourselves the Great Mongols. Why call yourself a dynasty? Right? To call yourself a Yuan dynasty is a continuation of the dynasty system in Chinese history. It means the line has never been broken. Thank you, Bevan and Innkeeper. So if you guys remember anything from the things that I tell you today, it's that the Chinese history has never been broken. Even though outside invaders took over and conquered this land, they actually adopted the customs and the ways of life of the Han Chinese people. They actually became like the people that they conquered. That is highly unusual in human history. Usually when you conquer a people, you force your ways upon them. But here in China, actually the reverse happened. Thank you, Kalena. Thank you, Juliet. Now, I will say one thing about the Mongol kingdom. As we're thinking about going to Inner Mongolia to stream in the coming days, because we're not too far away from Inner Mongolia province. When you think about Mongolians and the great conquerors, thank you, Lee. Thank you, LBJ. Thank you, Lee. When you think about the great conquerors of the great Mongolian Empire, Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan, they were very, very good. Thank you, Juliet and Martha and Sean. They were exceptional at taking territory. Perhaps there was nobody in human history, maybe other than Alexander the Great, who was as good as Genghis Khan and Kublai Khan at taking over land. Thank you, Linda. They were exceptional warriors and exceptional conquerors. But the problem is, they were terrible administrators. Thank you, Emily Wood, for the heart me. So remember, they're very good soldiers. They're very good warriors. They're very good fighters. They're very good at taking over land. But they did a very poor job of actually administering the land. The Yuan dynasty is one of the shortest dynasties in Chinese history. It only lasted 97 years. It didn't even last 100 years. From the beginning of Genghis Khan's conquest to the end of the Yuan dynasty here in China, less than 140 years. Thank you, New Beginning, and thank you, Martha. Less than 140 years from beginning to end. Does that make sense, everybody? They were exceptional warriors, but they were very, very bad at governing and keeping their land. Does that make sense? Less than 140 years from the beginning of Genghis Khan's conquest to the end of the Yuan dynasty. So hopefully that makes sense for everybody who's watching. It's one thing to be able to conquer land. It's another thing to be able to keep it. Thank you, Elaine, and thank you, Ozaru. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, everybody? Thank you, Melly. Thank you very much. Let's keep moving, everybody. A lot of history today. That's I love to talk. Thank you, Katie. I love to give you guys history. Let's go into the palace and see how the king lived. Now my throat is dry. Now my throat is very dry, man. That was a lot of talking. Thank you, Richard. That was a lot of talking. Thank you, Daniela. All right, we're let me see where we are. We should be almost there. We're almost there, y'all. Give me 1 second. Should be like 3 minutes away. Thank you, Martha Hood. Yeah, I need some water bad. Yep, we're almost there. So we're 5 minutes away. We're about 300 yards away. Thank you, Miss T and Alinas. Let me make sure I have a brand new ticket. 好的，那我现在就进去了，我准备马上进去了。Okay. All right, we're about to go in right now. We are in the city of Changchun. We're about to walk into the palace now. Man, I am congested. Find one of these trees. Gotta spit. Man, I be congested, y'all. I don't know why. I be congested. It's kind of weird. Let's keep moving. All right, man. Let's go into the palace now. 70 yuan, so about $10 for a ticket. Special policy for senior citizens and veterans. Oh, I can see the palace already. You can see that. You see the roof right there. I see the palace already. I can see the roof of the palace. Thank you, Alinas. That's it right there. So hopefully the signal is good, and also I hope there's not a lot of people. And yeah, as you guys can see, man, cars do park on the sidewalk here in designated parking spots. These are actually designated parking spots right here on the sidewalk. So they're not parked illegally. These are actual parking spots. And they're all numbered. Thank you, Angela. Yes, please follow the channel and share this live stream. Just remember, you guys always have to remember, history is super, super fun for me. I love to make history content. I love to make history videos. And there's going to be a lot more history videos coming as soon as I get back to Shenzhen and I write some scripts. Thank you, Karen. We got a lot of cool stories coming. Thank you, Karen. So make sure y'all follow the channel and please share this live stream. We got 440 shares. Please, let's get to 1,000 shares. We're about to enter the palace. All right, a little bit more. So now the palace that we're about to go into, let me say that again. That has nothing to do with the Mongols. So dude, let me make that clear. Thank you, All Things. Thank you very much, All Things and Jenny. This has nothing to do with the Mongols. This is a Manchurian palace. Thank you, Alinas and All Things. This is actually a very recent. I believe this was built by the Japanese. I believe this was built by the Japanese in the 1930s. I'm not sure if it was a palace that existed before the 1930s, but I believe this was built exclusively for the use of Puyi. So maybe the Chinese folks who know the answer could chime in here. But I believe this was built just for the Emperor Puyi. So not a lot. I'm not seeing too many people. The crowds look pretty manageable. So let's go ahead and walk in. What time is it on the East Coast right now? Ice cream. What time is it on the East Coast? Thank you, Michael. Follow the channel, everybody. 11, 12. Ooh. We're going to have a lot of nice time. Thank you, Elizabeth D. What's up, Elizabeth? All right, then. We're ahead of schedule because this is usually when I start streaming. So we're ahead of schedule. All right, this is it right here. Let's go ahead and get our ticket checked and let's go ahead and go in. And by the way, man, the name of this museum literally says Illegitimate Kingdom Palace. That's literally how it's translated in English, man. You can't get any more blunt than that. Literally, the name of this palace is called, in Chinese today, the name of this palace is called Illegitimate Kingdom Palace. You know what I'm saying? That's tough, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what they imagine that's your name for a museum. Illegitimate Kingdom Palace. You know, illegitimate kingdom. So where you going today? I'm going to the Illegitimate Kingdom Palace. Like, oh, okay. Okay, well, I'll see you there. Let's keep moving. Illegitimate Kingdom Palace. We might be in luck. Hopefully our luck stays good. I see some cell towers right here. So hopefully that'll give us a nice signal when we go inside, because some of this stuff is inside. All right, for those of you who love history, who want to watch a very interesting video, I want you to go on TikTok or YouTube, whatever, and I want you to Google, I want you to search. I want you to search this. If you ever want to watch a very, very interesting video, it's in black and white, but it's been restored in color. I want you to type in Puyi, P-U-Y-I, that's the name of the last emperor of China, Puyi visits Japan. Don't do it right now. Do it after this live stream, because you're watching me on TikTok right now. Or if you have a different device, go ahead and literally look this up. Puyi visits Japan. Fascinating video. When I saw that video, I was fascinated. Fascinating video. Like, a lot of people might think, like, to be a puppet emperor, you might get mistreated. You know, you might be just chilling in your palace every single day, doing a bunch of nothing, which is true. But the Japanese actually treated Puyi with a lot of diplomatic respect, which means when he visited Japan, the Emperor of Japan personally waited for him at the train station with a very, very large gathering. Thank you, Martha Hood. Thank you so much for the travel with. He was treated as a head of state when he visited Japan in the 1930s. There's a tape of that. You guys got to check out that video. Very, very interesting video. Very, very interesting video. It is in black and white. It's been restored in color. Let's go into the palace now. Y'all got to go check it out. It's very, very interesting. Let's keep it moving. He was a puppet master. That's right. Let's keep it moving. Puyi, P-U-Y-I. The name is Puyi. Oh, man. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. The first name. Weiman Huanggong Bowu Yuan. Look at this. Literally says illegitimate Manchu Kingdom Palace Museum. That's literally what it says. Oh man, it says elegitimate. Look at this. Right here. Right. This is the name of this museum. It literally says, the first word literally means illegitimate. Look at that right there. Cool. All right, let's go in. All right. When the Japanese so once again, there's a lot of things basically to explain. I'm gonna try to explain it in a way that makes sense. Okay, as we go in here, you guys have to remember that. I think I told you guys this during the stream about 2 weeks ago. I asked you guys a question. Thank you, Terry. I was like, the last emperor of China, when he was living in Tianjin in his house, I was asking you guys, I was like, what do you guys think is on his mind every single day? Like, what do you guys think he thinks about every single day, right? And we arrived at the conclusion, and I think it's the right conclusion. Every single day, the last emperor of China, Puyi, was thinking about how to get his empire back. He wanted to be emperor again. Thank you, Terry. PF Wisco, we're going to think about that in a second. We'll think about it in a second. He wanted to get his empire back, right? He wanted to restore the great Qing dynasty, make himself emperor again, and reestablish the great Qing dynasty once again. This is why Puyi fell for the trick that the Japanese gave him. You know, the Japanese was like, you could be emperor again. You know, here you go. Here's a little kingdom for you. You can come over here. You could be the emperor again. You know what I'm saying? You could rule the day. You know what I'm saying? Just come over. Just come over. You know, come into my spider's web. You could be the king again. You could see how that's extremely appealing to a man who had lost everything. Right? You used to be the emperor of China. Now you're not. And someone comes over and tells you, here's a kingdom. Come over here and be the king. Be the emperor. Right? Be the emperor. Be the emperor. Come over here. You can see how that's very attractive, right? And this is why, I think one of the reasons why Puyi decided to come here. Thank you, Terry, and be the head of this empire, because he thought he would actually have some power. Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much, Terry. He thought he would have some type of power, when in reality, when he went there, he realized he was just a figurehead, a puppet. Thank you, Terry. Does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? So he was kind of fooled by the Japanese into thinking that he would be given power, when in reality, all he was going to do is to be a puppet. Thank you, all things. Let's go get our ticket checked. This is the ticket entrance, not the ticket exit, but this is the ticket entrance. Let's go in. Before we go in, let's take a look at the map real quick. So actually, the English translation is being very nice, by the way. They call it the Palace Museum of the Manchurian Regime. So that's a very, very nice, what's it called? That's a very nice English translation there. Now, this entire compound that you're looking at over here, please follow the channel and share this live stream. This entire compound that you're looking at here belonged to Puyi. So this entire thing. So This is what we're gonna see this entire place. This is all his house. Okay, these are the grounds. He actually used to even have an Imperial air raid shelter. So we're gonna try to see all this. And there's also this right here. I'm not sure if I want to take you guys in here, man. I'm not sure if we're gonna have a signal, but this is called the Museum of the History of Northeast China under Japanese occupation. So we'll see how the signal is here. I'm not sure if we're going there. That might be a little bit politically sensitive. I'm not sure if we're gonna go in here, but everything else, we're gonna try and go and see. See this dude right here, man. See, this is how you know this dude was living nice. This dude had a race course in his own house. This dude was racing horses at his own house. My man over here had his own theater. My man over here was living nice. He was living nice. Thank you, all things. All right, let's go ahead and go in. My ticket is technically from 11:30 a.m. They cut it off by time slot. So let's see if they'll let me in. I'm a little bit early. Hopefully they're not too strict over here. Let's see if they'll let me in. All right, see if they'll let me in early. That worked. I'm early, they still let me in. All right. All right, everybody, we're in. And this right here is also the most popular visiting place, the most popular tourist attraction here in the city of Changchun. Changchun is not a tourist city. This is an industrial city. This is why the city is also, in my opinion, not doing as well economically as southern China, because you don't really have tourism. You don't really have that many top-tier companies here. You know, you guys get what I'm saying, man. They're kind of caught in no man's land in terms of economic development. There's not a lot of tourism, but what there is this palace over here that belonged to the last emperor of China. So let's go in there and see how he lived. Hopefully the signal stays good. This looks like a big brick building, stone building, which usually a disaster. Usually that means disaster for the signal. Thank you, white boy Ritz. Thank you. So hopefully the signal stays good. So let's go in. Yeah, the weather looks great. Thank you, Cobes. Thank you. Please follow the channel, everybody. Hit that follow button. Let's go in right now. All right. Also, it says no smoke. It says, you see that? It says no smoking over here. You see that? Look. It's the first tourism site that I know of in China that says even outdoors you can't smoke. So we'll see if anybody smokes out here. Thank you, Paulina. You see that? No smoking. 500. You follow that rule. All right. Thank you, Becca. Are we lagging? Thank you, Glazelle and Becca. Somebody said we were lagging. Is the signal okay? Thank you, Becca. Yeah, signal God be good to us today. Was we lagging? A little? Dang. Good. We're good? We're good? All right, let's go in. All right. First of all, look at what we're looking at over here. This is called Tongde Hall. All right, so you see that was built in 1938. Built by the Japanese for Emperor Puyi. You see that? Look at this word right here. You see this English word right here? It says government affair processing. So this makes it look like this is an actual legitimate government with things going on every day. Like they actually have work to do, right? So this is like a government affair processing, entertaining, and living. So this was built in 1938. It's about 38,000 square foot, about 3,700 square meters. This is square meters times 10. So his house was about 40,000 square feet. 38 to 40,000 square feet is the size of this house. So let's go ahead and go in. It started in 1935 building this. It finished in 1938. So it took 3 years to make this. This actually must be a very high quality building. It took a long time to build this. All right. Wow, look at this. This is freaking palatial. Look at this. Look at this place, man. This is solid marble everywhere. The Japanese did not spare any expenses building this place. Look at this freaking place, man. Everything is solid marble. There's no wood. Look at this. Solid freaking stone everywhere. Good, man. See what we got over here. Here, Puyi once received formal greetings of Japanese and high-ranking puppet officials. They use the word puppet. By the way, check this out right here. Even in the 1930s, I'm not sure if this is original or not, but they have the heating system that is very typical here in northern China. See their heating system over here? Everywhere. I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit, so let's keep moving. All right, look at this. Oh my God. Look at this. Look at this right here. Thank you, sandals. Look at this. My man's over here be living like a god. Look at this. Now, if you would see, this is what I find so interesting about this place, right? This was built by the Imperial Japanese Army. So the Imperial Japanese Army was largely, you could just say the Japanese government was behind building this place. Let me ask you guys a very simple question. Do you see any Chinese elements here? Thank you, all things. Do you see any Chinese architectural elements here? That is actually the first one I'm seeing here, the dragon. Right? Someone says lantern, but this is really the very first one. Like, it is very atypical for a Qing Dynasty building to be made out of solid marble like this. Right? So let's continue to walk around. Let's keep moving. So this is his throne right there. Look at that. Look at that. We back. Thank you, Mongol. You back? Thank you, slow motion. You back? All right, you good? Out right here. Look at my man's office over here.
Yeah, on this sci-fi now.
look at his office. Thank you, I am cool and Mongo. Look at this. Man, look at this. Thank you, Tar Heel Babe. So this is right here, called the Kowtow room over here. So this is basically his office. This is the Emperor's office right here, Kowtow. See that? Yeah, the carpet. I gotta zoom in on this. Zoom in on this.
1600
Look at this.
两个伟大城要推了
Man, that's his office right here, man. What up, Karina B? All gold. Look at this right here. Even the handles on the door is gold. Look at this. Now look at the ceilings. Look at this. This is gorgeous. I know, Amanda. Can you imagine coming in here and doing business? I know, it's crazy. Thank you, Michelle. Crazy. Look at this. Is that his toilet? Thank you, Michelle. I'll tell you this, man. He may have been a puppet, but he was a comfortable puppet, man. Japanese gave him a very nice building. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you, Yvonne. All right, let's keep moving, everybody. Keep moving. All right, as for the folks who are sorry for the lagging a little bit earlier. So once again, take a look at this hall right here. Thank you, Miss T. This is the grand entrance. So everything is coated. I'm not sure if this is actual gold, but it's certainly gold color everywhere. Thank you, Fancy. Yeah, that's right, it is Fancy. Perfect name. Very, very fancy. It's beautiful. All right, let's keep walking around. Man, this is freaking gorgeous. Thank you, Vicky and Hannah. This is gorgeous. Who just said what's for lunch? We'll figure it out later, man. This is freaking gorgeous. Look at this. Oh my God. God, look at this. So it's surrounded by a barricade. I have a very overwhelming urge to sit in that seat right now. Man. Puyi would have sat in that seat right there, the one on the right. Man. They said, do it. No, you see, there's a screen on the back with a dragon on it, symbolizing the emperor. You see the dragon right there on the back of the screen? That symbolizes the emperor. So this would have been for the emperor and the empress. This is their seats. Look at this freaking hall, man. This is easily 25-foot ceilings right here. This place is huge. Look at these gold chandeliers. Thank you, Yvonne. My God. Man, please follow the channel. Thank you, Karina. I'm glad that you love the channel. I'll tell you this, man. This is one of the nicest buildings I've been to in China, period. Hotels, 5-star hotels, museums, like... This is nice. Even look at this machine right here. You see that? That's dope. Look at this. What up, Ashley? Hello, Ashley. Everybody, let's go and get him out of here. Man, it's playing on TV, some type of educational material. Let's go and get him out of here. But also, let's look at this. So this is called the movie hall. This is originally designed as a banquet room and changed into a movie hall later. So together with his family, Puyi often saw news, documentary, movies, and feature movies. Thank you, Ashley and Yvonne. He also played badminton here in his leisure time. This freaking room is so big, he played badminton in here. Man. Beautiful. This is freaking gorgeous, man. This room is really gorgeous. Look at this. Look at these hallways right here. Thank you, All Things and Ash. Look at these hallways, how beautiful it is. This is honestly one of the most beautiful structures I've ever been to in my life. It's freaking gorgeous. You guys ever seen like Eddie Murphy's old movie called Haunted Mansion? You ever seen that movie? It's an old Eddie Murphy film called Haunted Mansion. You ever seen that? I've always been like, thank you, Goody Grams. Thank you, Goody. You've seen Charlie Lambert. You've seen that movie Haunted Mansions, right? Old Eddie Murphy movie. I've always been very fascinated with like these European castles with the suit of armor that have like the ghost stories in it, you know? And this is like, as you're standing here and you're looking at this place, it's really important to remember that Japan at the time in the 1930s was already a very developed economic and industrial nation. They had aligned a lot of their values and a lot of their ways of life with European and American thinking. So this is kind of weird for a lot of people to think about, because a lot of people would say, well, the Japanese was an enemy of the United States during World War II, right? So but actually Japan, see, look, this looks nothing like Chinese or Japanese architecture. Right? You wouldn't think this is Chinese or Japanese. If I didn't tell you this was in China, you would think like we're in Europe somewhere, right? You would think like we're in America somewhere, right? This really doesn't look East Asian at all. This is because the Japanese had already adopted many of the ways of living of the Europeans in order to catch up with the British, in order to catch up with the French. They realized they needed to change their way. So when they built this, you can see this is very, very reflective of the Japanese mindset at the time. This is also why, like, this is really weird because, like, have you guys ever seen when the Japanese surrendered to General MacArthur on that big American fleet, on the big American battleship? Have you guys ever seen that? When the Japanese went up to General MacArthur to sign the surrender treaty? You guys seen that? You could look it up. They actually boarded the ship. They went up to General MacArthur and they signed the terms of surrender, unconditional surrender. Okay? Now, what's interesting about it is kimonos. They were not wearing Japanese clothing. They were not dressed like Japanese samurais. They were all wearing European and American style suits. Which is to say, this is the biggest reason a lot of people, as we're walking around here and you're looking at this beautiful home, this beautiful building that was made by the Japanese, you have to understand that the Japanese people, there go a picture of Puyi right there with all those medals on him. The Japanese people had realized very early on how far behind they had fallen compared to the British and the Americans and the French. And they realized they needed to catch up. And the only way they could catch up was to open up their country. Japan used to be a hermit kingdom. You couldn't even go into Japan 300-400 years ago. Totally sealed off from the rest of the world. Quiz time. Somebody watching's got to know the answer. Do you know who was the man and who was the country that's responsible for opening the doors of Japan? Beautiful quiz time. Who was the man and who was the country that was responsible for opening up Japan? USA, that's correct. General Perry was the man who opened the doors of Japan when he sailed his fleet into the port of Yokohama. Okay? General Perry was the one who opened up Japan. Now, see, a lot of times when you think about history, the course of history, why didn't Japan suffer the same fate that China did? Why didn't, thank you, Trina. Why didn't Japan suffer the same fate that China did in terms of being attacked by so many different nations and being robbed of so much of its resources? Why didn't it happen to Japan? Does anybody know the answer to that? Why was this something that happened to India? Why did this happen to China but not to Japan? Yeah, the furniture is indeed very beautiful. Look at not only the furniture, the doors as well. Thank you. Exactly. That's a great question. That's a great comment. I'm actually going to pin this comment. It sounds like such a simple comment, right? But this is actually the perfect answer. Because they had nothing to steal. Japan is a country that's very poor in resources. They don't have any petroleum, they don't have any diamonds, they don't have any gold. There's nothing for people to go and plunder. China and India are very rich countries in resources, in land, in minerals, in all types of things where people can actually entice you to come and steal. There's nothing to steal. There's nothing to take. Thank you, Ashley. Does that make sense, everybody? So this is a key thing for y'all to remember. Why it is that the fate of Japan and the fate of China were very, very different in the 1800s. One of the biggest reasons was it's a small island nation with not much to incentivize the British and the French to come and take and steal. Thank you, Wes. Does that make sense, everybody? Their market was very small, right? The Chinese market was huge. This is why the British wanted to sell opium to the Chinese, because there were so many Chinese people. There was such a big market. Japan was a small nation, a small island nation. And also another big reason was that the Japanese realized that they had fallen behind. They pivoted, right? They pivoted. Do you guys remember the name? Do any of you guys know the name of the pivot? The Meiji reforms, right? They realized, thank you, Metal Mike, they realized they had fallen behind the times and they needed to make a change. Does that make sense, everybody? Please follow the channel. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Look at this beautiful room. Absolutely beautiful room. Look at this. The Meiji reform. Thank you, Brian T. Now, this room is absolutely beautiful. Check this out. So this right here, it actually also confers the status of the emperor, right? Even though this is a round table for everybody to sit in. Thank you, Brave, for the bracelets. Thank you so much. You can see the chair for the emperor in the middle is much larger than the chair for his visitors and his guests, right? So this is very important to understand. Even though the Japanese set up a little puppet regime here, a fake kingdom, so to speak, they did confer, at least nominally on paper, the highest amount of respect to the emperor. They did treat him as indeed a head of state when it came to the ways of like making him look like a head of state. Right? Thank you, Des. Even though this entire place is an illusion, there is no government affairs, right? Everything was controlled by Tokyo and controlled by Japan. But at least on paper, they gave the emperor his due respect, at least on paper. Does that make sense, everybody? Please follow the channel. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful furniture. Everything is hand carved. You can see that throne in the middle, only for Puyi. You can't just go and sit on it if you're a regular folk, only for the emperor himself. So let's keep, this room is also, by the way, very beautiful. This is what we call back home in North Carolina, a Carolina room, basically a sun room. This is the definition of a Carolina room from North Carolina architecture. My parents have one in their home, not as big as this, nowhere near as big as this, but it's basically a sun room, a place for the sunlight to come in, for you to enjoy without being outside. A little Carolina, Charlie, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very beautiful place. All right, let's keep it moving. And look at this garden, by the way. You open the doors of this place, look at the guy's garden. Look at this. It's a Florida room. Yeah, Florida room. There we go. Conservatory, we call it in Europe. Look at his backyard. Misty, exactly, man. Puyi was living fabulous. He was living a very fabulous life. Very, very fabulous life, man. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, we're going to go back to that room in a second. There's a lot of people there. Look, my man's over here even had his own little fountain. See? Like, this right here looks totally Italian, right? It doesn't even look Chinese. It doesn't look Japanese. This looks totally Italian. Like, look at the way this is built. Look at that. Doesn't that look Italian right here? Look at this. Beautiful. All right, man. My man's over here had his own billiards room, man. Look at this. He liked to play pool. Look at this. My man over here living a life. Look at that old telephone right there. Thank you, Sunny Sun. Thank you very much. And radiators everywhere, all along the walls. You see that? You know, what's kind of crazy is you think about 1937, 1938. 1938 would have been the time when Puyi moved in here with his family. That was possibly one of the worst years in modern Chinese history. China was under invasion by Japan. People couldn't even eat in many parts of the country. Many parts of China had been occupied. Thank you, Chris Free. And yet, Puyi was living here in total luxury. And this explains why he went to prison after World War II ended. Because when the rest of China was suffering, he was parked up here in this palace playing pool with his wife, with his mistresses, whatever it is, with his concubines, while the rest of the country was being invaded. And that's why after the Communist Party took over in 1949 and the Soviet Union returned, his ass was sent to prison. Does that make sense, everybody? Follow the channel, everybody. Please share this live stream. I mean, it sounds kind of funny and crude when you say it, but that is actually really the reason. He had betrayed his nation. Puyi is Chinese. He had let down his nation, he had betrayed his nation, and he lived in total comfort in this beautiful home here while the rest of the country was on fire. Like, China was literally on fire. It was on fire while he lived here chilling. And this explains why he went to prison. So let's keep it moving, everybody. There's a give and go in everything in life. All right, this is another beautiful room that he enjoyed. You can see every seat that he sits in is just super ornate, super well decorated. My man's over here had somebody playing the piano for him. You know, you can look at this right here, a little old stereo speaker over here. He just lived in total luxury. Man, you think about 1938. Like literally think to yourselves, where was the Chinese... Do you guys know where the Chinese Communist Party was in 1938? The Chinese Communist Party in 1938 was living in caves, living literally in caves, in villages. They were not living like this. The Chongqing nationalist government was heavily bombarded by the Japanese. So the government's capital had moved to Chongqing because Nanjing had been taken over by the Japanese. The city of Chongqing, which we're going to stream from, had become the new capital of China. They were under constant bombardment because they don't have an air force. So every single day, the Japanese flew the bombers and they dropped bombs on civilian targets, not even military objects, just all over the city randomly. And meanwhile, Puyi was chilling here with his ladies, with his women, just enjoying life. Right? He had betrayed the Chinese nation and the Chinese people while the country was literally on fire. And that is why he had to go to prison after World War II. He didn't stay there for long, though. He was actually released pretty shortly after. He didn't stay in prison for long. And I'm not even sure if prison is even the right word for it, because he was sent into what I would call a re-education camp. Basically, it was believed that he needed to get rid of his imperialistic and luxurious thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And get down with the people. Get down with the people. Okay, so let's keep it moving, everybody. Follow the channel, share this live stream. Let's keep it moving. Can I show you what China's... Did this dude just say, can I show you what a Chinese jail looks like? Is this my man? What my man just asked me? Can I show you what a Chinese jail looks like? Is this what this guy just asked me? Did this guy really just ask me this question, y'all? Did he just say, can I show you what a Chinese jail looks like? Is that really what he just said? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. My man just asked me if I could show him what a Chinese jail looks like. Come on, man. Now, you want me to show you what a Chinese jail look like? Well, how do you think I should accomplish that? Oh, that's funny, man. That's a funny comment, man. See, look, he even had a room called the Japan room. Now, look at the decoration of this room right here. Look at the decoration of this room. Looks like a Japanese home, right? So inside his palace, he had a Japan room. Doesn't this look like a Japanese home right here? With all the decorations, look at this. Yes, almost 1,000 shares. Please keep sharing. Let me tell you something, man. A Chinese jail is a place I'm never gonna be able to stream from because there's no cell phones in there. A Chinese jail is not a place you want to end up in. Because the first thing you do when you go in there is they shave your head. Everybody in a Chinese penitentiary has a shaved head. It is a serious place. Chinese jails are not like American jails where you could chill, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, holding your nuts, socialize and fraternize. Hell no. A Chinese jail is a serious place for reforming the mind to get ready to go back into society. Your ass will be working. Chinese jail is a place to work and learn. Thank you, Roaming Cowgirl. It ain't a place to hold your nuts and fraternize. It is a serious place. You know what I'm saying? It is a serious, serious place, man. This is not like one of those. I actually even saw a TikTok live one time. Somebody was in an American jail. Maybe some of you guys saw this live stream as well. And he had somehow snuck a cell phone inside the jail. And he was playing basketball inside prison with some of the other prisoners. And he somehow managed to stream it on TikTok live. Thank you, Kalena. Please share this live stream like JK is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, maybe some of y'all saw that live stream. I was shocked when I saw that. You know? Amanda, what up? All right, let's keep our tour going. We're not leaving this building. We're going to the second floor. Look how beautiful this is, man. You saw that, right, Just Kirby? You saw that, right? Beautiful. Follow the channel, everybody. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate you, Tommy. That's 10 already. Almost halfway to our goal. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to the second floor. Thank you very much. I'll tell you this, man. I would never live in a home like this. Thank you, Ronnie. Way too big for just one family. This is gonna scare me at night if I live here, man. Honestly, I would never live in a place like this. I would never live in a place like this, man. This is like scary at night, frightening. You worry about ghosts, you live in this place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, Charlie, of course. Of course, man. Let's start our tour of the second floor, dude. Charlie, of course. Let's come in here and see what they have on the second floor. So I'm trying to find. We saw their bedroom in the city of Tianjin. So we saw their bedroom there. I want to see it again because I would imagine their bedroom here is much more ornate. This is originally, this is Empress Wenrong's drawing room, but after its completion, Wenrong had already incurred Puyi's displeasure, so it was never used for this purpose. In 1943, 15-year-old. Wow, so my man Puyi took a 15-year-old concubine. That's crazy. So this became the concubine's room right here. Man, that's crazy, y'all. That is crazy. Man, that is crazy. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's keep moving. Follow the channel and share this live stream. That's crazy. That is crazy. By the way, man, y'all see this men's toilet over here? I gotta use the toilet in this building, man. I gotta use the toilet in this building. I gotta leave my mark here. You know what I'm saying? To say that you peed in the same place as the last emperor of China, I gotta go and leave my mark here, man. That ain't something you get to do every single day. So y'all might have to go into my pocket for a second. Okay, y'all might have to go into my pocket for a second. I need to pee here real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to pee here real quick. I need to leave my mark. I need to leave my mark here, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to use the same toilet that the last emperor of China used. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it. Y'all got to get in my pocket for a second, man. I got to use this toilet real quick. Dang. Beautiful. My hands. Oh, man. Man, was I on mute? Oh shit, I didn't even put it on mute. Thank you, Cinderella. I did wash my hands. I didn't even put it on mute. I forgot to put it on mute. Y'all ain't hear that, did you? Y'all did not hear that. Man, did you guys hear? Was I on mute? Thank you, Jack 12. Ah, hell no. I should have put you guys on mute. Ah, hell no. I don't need to flush. It's one of those automatic flushes, man. You know, I don't need to do all that. All right, this is also the concubine's room. It's kind of sad when the concubine is only 15 years old and you got to have a dog in her room. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Man, look at this. Right? See, I'm wide awake now. You see, I did wash my hands. You didn't hear me wash my hands? So this is the concubine's room. It's a beautiful room, though. This is easily 250 square foot. It's a huge room. Beautiful. Oh, this is easily 250 square foot. It's a huge room. Beautiful. Doll over here got this creepy ass doll over here on the freaking couch, looking like Annabelle over here, man. Come on, man. I don't want that in my house. If that was my house, man, that dog going into the trash can. Let's keep going. Creepy looking ass doll. Dog look creepy as hell. Let's keep moving. This is honestly, man, this must be how the rich folks live, man. Just one. Oh, this is Puyi's bedroom. Oh my God. Oh, this is Puyi's bedroom over here. But he didn't really stay here because he thought the Japanese bugged it. So he thought the Japanese put a listening device here. So he didn't really sleep here all that much. But this is Puyi's bedroom right here. This is the last emperor of China's bedroom. See that bed right there, it looks very ornate and it also looks very sturdy. You know what I'm saying? I could do some damage on this thing right here, man. That bed looks like it does not break very easily. That bed looks very, very sturdy. But it's a little bit narrow though. But it don't matter, man. Shit, you give me a piece of floor on the ground and I can get it done. You know what I'm saying? You give me just a piece of floor and a carpet, I get it done. Let's keep moving. Thank you for sharing this live stream, JK. I appreciate you. Let's keep moving. All right, so I just read something just now. So apparently, Puyi had an entire mansion to himself. Like to live in. Huh. We'll have to keep it moving. Man living in total luxury, y'all. My man over here is literally living in total luxury. Look at this freaking place. See, his place is like absolutely beautiful. This is called his drawing room. So this is the place for the last emperor of China to meet guests and Japanese and high-ranking puppet officials. Huh, it's interesting. Look at the carpet. Look at all this. And thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. We're almost halfway to our goal. Thank you, Jennifer. It's beautiful. All the heart me's help us move up the rankings, y'all. All right, let's continue to move around. I don't know why every time I go somewhere, everybody else just follows. When I went up there was no people. I go up there, 18 people come with their mama. And look, everybody come over here. As soon as I come over to a place, there was nobody there when I showed up. As soon as I show up, everybody and their mama show up. You see this right here? Thank you, Ash. Everybody and their mama show up as soon as I show up. I just want some peace and quiet to myself and show you guys. Everybody and their mama show up. It's crazy. Man. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the toilet and take a dump. Everybody want to come to the stall next to me and do their business next to me. I can't get no quietness anywhere I go. Thank you, Trina and Cecilia. It's crazy. Thank you, J-Rod, for becoming a 5-month subscriber. Thank you, J-Rod. You know what I'm saying? I go to the toilet. I want to take the Browns to the Super Bowl, and they come next to me. They taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, too. Messing it all up. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. People everywhere. This is beautiful. Thank you, Trina and Blue Jambi. Thank you, Raven. What up, Raven? Thank you, Trina. I think it's already been established that where we are at today is a very, very beautiful place. I think this has been well established, okay? Before we go down the hall here, thank you, Trina. Thank you so much. It is a public place. I know. I'm just like to joke around with you guys. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Kimberly. Now, before we go down to this hall right here and go to the adjacent building, I do actually want to finish my tour here. Of this particular, you see there's another entirely separate building right there. Thank you, Mrs. Stacks. Thank you, Nurse. Thank you so much. So there's another building right there. We're going to go there in a second. But before we do, let's finish touring this place. See, this is some of the, look at this place. See, this is some of the, look at this, construction photos from 1971. There he is right here. There is Puyi right here in 1945. This is it right here. This is already, see, in this photo, when this photo was taken, you can see Puyi was a very tall gentleman. He was actually a pretty tall man. in this photo right here in 1945, this was the last days of World War II. Japan was about to be defeated. The atom bomb was coming for them. So in this photo, they had already resorted to kamikaze-style attacks on American fleets. So this is really the last days of the war when this photo was taken. The very, very last days of World War II. And this one says, man, this literally says he is about to meet the Japanese kamikaze pilots to encourage them and to give them strength in attacking American fleets. How crazy is that? This is also another reason why he went to prison, by the way. This is another reason why he went to prison. This is in 1945. Man, let's keep moving. So this is, we're not going to do all the photos, but let's do this one quick photo here. So this is in 1946. You have to remember that in 1946, the Soviet Union Red Army had actually taken over this place because they had, a lot of people don't know this part of history, but during the end of World War II, Soviet Union actually attacked Japan's forces here in China. So they had actually come over here and driven out the Japanese. So the Soviet forces actually occupied this area here. And then after 1949, they gave the land back to China, back to communist China. But this one right here was taken, this photo was taken in 1946 after the war had already ended. You can see just how barren this place looked, right? Unoccupied. At this point, Puyi would have been under custody already. He did not live. Moving. Let's keep it moving. All right, I think this should be it for the second floor. Yeah, this is it right here. This is cool right here. Beautiful. In case you guys are wondering what these things are right here, in traditional Chinese buildings, on the edge of the roof, thank you, Deb and Jason, you'll have these auspicious animals. Like, this is the best way to do it. So check out these buildings right here. You see these structures here at the edge over here, at the edge over here. All right. So these are actually taken from historical roofs that show you the amount of work that went into simply a roof tile in a historical Chinese building. This is made out of pure ceramic. All handmade. This is a dragon. Thank you, Xielian. Look at this. Thank you, Sel and Xielian. Yeah, this is from the roof of a Chinese building here. Look at this. Absolutely, this is literally handmade. Look at this one right here. Incredibly beautiful. Like this one in particular, this dragon here is incredibly beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's go, and you can see that? These are all roof tiles. All of these right here. Thank you. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Shilian. Okay, I guess thank you, Satan. I appreciate you. What a name. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. See, look. See, that's what it would have looked like. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go to the next building. A little bit of history today. You know, not every day do we do history, but not every day we do history, but some days we do history. Like yesterday was about history. Today is about history, which means tomorrow we're probably gonna go to a market or something. We're gonna go to experience some life, you know, some everyday city life. But today we got some history, some culture. Hopefully you guys don't find it boring. We still have consistently over 1,000 people watching, so not bad at all. You guys like the history lives? Good. Good. I know I get more people watching when I go to like a busy neighborhood or like a, you know, when I do like a neighborhood walk. So this is, by the way, where those things are from. Here. You see that? It's from here. Thank you, Cody. It's from these things here. See that? That's where they're from. Beautiful. Trying to get up out of here. All right, let's go to the next palace. I think we've done a pretty good job here. Let's go to the next palace, y'all. This is an absolutely beautiful first palace. This is the place where Puyi, his concubine, he lived his life out here. This is his pleasure palace. This is also his work palace. Thank you, D-Chase and Kalena. Thank you so much, D-Chase. Thank you so much for all the bracelets. That's how we're moving up the rankings, y'all. Everything from the exclusive section is what's helping us move up the rankings. Thank y'all so much. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, King Tally. Thank you, Pepper. Thank you, Cinderella. Are we lagging? Is the signal okay? Thank you, Cinderella and Satan. Thank you, Lena. Is the signal a little bit better? All good? It's okay? Thank you, Lena and Pepper. It's okay? Signal's okay? Good? All right, let's try to go down here. We good? All right, let's. If you're lagging, go to the next live stream and come right back. That should help. All right. We got an audio lagging in California. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, user. Sounds good in Texas. Is all good. Thank you, Martha Hood. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's get back to open grounds. And go. I'm going to get off of Wi-Fi. Let's go back. Yeah, it is very clean in here, Charlie. I agree. Gee, how big is this freaking place, man? Look at the size of this place. Thank you, Pepper. How big is this place over here? Look at how big this freaking place is. Look at this. Man, yes, there's a lot of recordings of Puyi speaking, actually. He spoke with perfect Mandarin. Is the signal a little bit better, everybody? Is the signal a little bit better? Yeah? Signal's better. Thank you, Gene. Yeah, we good? All right, cool. You could literally put a whole school in here. I agree, man. This is a freaking huge place, y'all. Incredible. All right, let's go ahead and get him out of here. Incredible. All right, let's go ahead and get him out of here. Incredible. All right, let's go ahead and get him out of here. Sandals. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Daniela and Steve. Thank you, Steve. The signal a little bit better. Yeah. Almost to 300,000 likes. Signal a little bit better. Keep moving around. stream this. Thank you, Satan. All right, if the signal is good in this very sealed off room with the Wi-Fi, I'm gonna show you guys the Imperial collection from the last emperor. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? All right, signal's good? All right, all good? Signal's all good? All right. This is Puyi's personal collection. Look at this right here. This is Puyi's personal collection, y'all. Collection of the last emperor of China. Look at this.
那个河中音在那个环那个没有，他一个人在那边，我们两个人，我是河中音在那个买票的地方。看一看，环。
This thing right here, man. Hey, look at all of man's medals. Look at these. Man. You know, it's kind of crazy. What you're looking at is the medals of a puppet kingdom that doesn't even exist anymore. But back then, they pretended to be an actual kingdom and they actually handed out medals. And this is what it looked like. Man. Thank you, Marietta. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go back into the open grounds. This stuff is freaking gorgeous, man. Thank you, Jerry. Man, lived in luxury. Freaking lived in luxury over here while the rest of the country was on fire. And I bet you're right, Brave. No, I bet you're absolutely right. This is why a lot of this stuff is in Japanese museums and Japanese personal collections. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Brave. Thank you, Subi. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go ahead and get out of here. You know what's interesting? Look at this right here. See, this is silverware. Thank you, Michelle. They actually use knife and forks. See, my man used knife and forks. See this right here? Look at this. I don't see no chopsticks anywhere. This is all made out of pure silver. So you can see this is why it looks like this, because silver is gonna oxidate. Man was over here using pure silver chopstick, man, freaking knife and fork over. That fork look like I could stick somebody up the butt. Look at this. Look how sharp that is. Look how sharp that freaking fork is. Man, thank you, Shastina. This is nuts. Man, I don't see any silver chopsticks. That's right. He said he understood the chopsticks. I like chopsticks, but there are certain things that, oh my God. Is that freaking made out of ivory? That is a fork made out of ivory, y'all. That is made out of ivory. Can you imagine having dinner and you're using a piece of elephant ivory to have dinner? It is literally against the law to have this now in China. You know what I'm saying? You can't have any type of ivory products in China anymore. It's against the law. It's illegal now to trade in ivory here in China. You can only see it in museums. Stores are not allowed to sell it. No one is allowed to transact in ivory. It is totally illegal and against the law. You can only go to a museum to see ivory now. Look at this. Honestly, man, if this thing hit the open market in Sotheby's or Christie's in Hong Kong, China, at an auction market, easily $30,000, $40,000 for this thing right here. If not more, maybe $50,000, $60,000 for this. Freaking made out of ivory, y'all. Going to get him out of here. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Yeah, I gotta protect the elephants, man. Thank you, All Things. Gotta protect the elephants. Thank you, All Things. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Please follow the channel, everybody. Hit that follow button. Got 58,000 views already. Over 45,000 viewers already. I love it. Just like everything they used was just beautiful. This is made out of pure silver. This is also made out of pure silver. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you put in this thing right here, but they just made it out of silver because they was rich. That if that went on auction in Sotheby's in Hong Kong, easily $30,000, $40,000 more if this was actually used by Puyi personally. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You see, man, when the rest of China at the time was suffering, my man's over here was living the high life. The dude over here listening to music and stuff. Look at him. Man. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get about this. Looks expensive. Look at this right here. Usually the small things are the ones that are the most expensive. Look at the details on this thing right here. Look at this thing right here. I don't think you guys even understand how hard it is to make this. Like, I don't even think we fully comprehend how difficult it is to make something like this. You think like, well, you just put it in the oven, bake it, put some yellow paint on it, and bye-bye. It is incredibly difficult to make this. Thank you, Gene. Charlie, this was a part of Puyi's personal collection, so you would think that a lot of this stuff was handed down by his ancestors. So in ancient China, a very exclusive number of artisans could make products for the emperor and his family. It's not something that every worker had the privilege to do. Thank you, Kickass and Kalena. It was called direct supply to the palace. It was for a very, very privileged small group of workers. Only their products could be supplied to the emperor. Thank you, Nerd Girl. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's keep it moving. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Hit that follow button, everybody. Let's go ahead and get out of here. You know what I'm just so happy about, everybody? I'm so happy about the fact that I was able to take a pee-pee here at the Imperial Palace, man. I peed, I left my mark. I feel very good about that. That's the most important thing today. The fact that I peed here. Oh, they even had an altar here in the house. Thank you, Miss T. That's the only thing I care about is the fact that I peed here. Everything else, nice to look at. Yeah, it's nice to look at. I care about the fact that I peed here. Let's keep going. Well, y'all heard the pee? And next time, I'm muting, y'all. I'm muting next time. This is the hall where Puyi paid respects to his ancestors. You can see all the portraits in the back. These are Puyi's ancestors, and this is why this room is so well decorated. You know what? Out of respect to this place, I am actually going to take off my hat, because this is the place where former Chinese emperors, former Chinese empresses from the Qing dynasty, you can see there's a tablet in front of every single one of them. Thank you, Emma Fought. And you can see there's 2 crown chairs right there. Usually those tablets should have the Manchu language on there. I don't know why it doesn't. Man, thank you, Xie Lian. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Fally. So Puyi would actually be kneeling right here to pay respects. Thank you, Fally, in all things. Make sure y'all follow the channel, everybody. Thank you, all things. Thank you, Fally. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, everybody. All right. Thank you, Lena. Man, look at this. Thank you, Lena. Yeah, that's right. It is a family tree. This is probably the only place in this entire palace so far that I've seen that actually evokes traditional Chinese values. Like, this place actually reminds me like we are at a Chinese place. This is probably the first thing that I've seen today that tells me like this is Chinese. This is not Japanese. This is not European. This is not Manchurian. This is actually Chinese. This altering palace over here, altering place, shows me that Puyi didn't forget about his ancestors. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go to the first floor. Time to leave and go to the next place. I'm ready for lunch, man. I'm hungry. What time is it? It's 12:28. Let's get ready to head to lunch. What do you say? Y'all ready for lunch? Thank you, Xie Lian. All righty. Time to go ahead and get up out of here. Check out some more rooms. Thank you, all things. To be honest, man, after a while, man, all these rooms start to look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, I guess, the problem of having a very large house. You got a lot of rooms, but after a while, they all look the same. They all look the same. This is basically where his military people sat and rested. You know what I mean? It all looks the same. Go ahead and get up out of here. I don't see any secret doors, man. But there's got to be more to this place that you can't go visit. Maybe it only open like a small part of this. Thank you, Andrea, for becoming a 4-month subscriber. Thank you so much, Andrea. Nah, no soy sauce. Nope, I washed it off yesterday. As I told you guys, man, I only have 1 pair of long pants on this trip. Because when I started, it was in the middle of summer in July. I didn't think I was going to be on the road for this long. I've been on the road for like 65, 66 days already. So I only brought 1 pair of long pants. So yes, I'm wearing the same freaking pair of pants every single day. Boom! I wash it though. I wash it. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Welcome, everybody. You're welcome. I'm happy to do this. This is my job. This is what I love to do. Beautiful. All right, y'all. Here's what we need to do, man. We need to go ahead and get up out of here. We need to go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you all things and go and get some lunch. Because unless there's another very famous building here, I think we've had enough history for this morning. What do you guys think? Let's go into this building over here and see what we got. Oh my God, that's his car right here. Oh, wow. Can somebody tell me what brand this car is? Because I don't think that's the spirit of Escasy, right? I don't think this is a Rolls Royce, is it? Look at my man's car over here. What brand car is that? That's not a Rolls Royce, is it? Thank you, Sarita. Thank you so much. What car is that? Huh. Man, that is beautiful. You think this is a Cadillac, huh? See, there's a sign right here. Tell me what this is. Oh, there's a sign right here. Oh, Detroit, United States, man. Whoever said this was American, you're absolutely right. It was made by Park Automobile and Co. I don't know what that is, but it's made in Detroit, the United States by the end of the 1920s. This is an American car over here. An American vehicle. V8 as well. Huh. Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, Snorlax. This is a Detroit, Michigan car. I never heard this car brand called Park, though. Huh. Very, very interesting. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Man, this place is way too big, to be honest, man. This place is huge. Like, it's incredible to me how large this place is. Like, for one, it's mind-boggling. I could play hide and seek in this house, and y'all would never. I could play hide and seek in this house, and y'all would never find me. Or y'all would never find me. Place is huge. Charlie, I concur. I concur, Charlie. Oh shit, no matter it stinks. No wonder it stinks. There's a toilet right here. I was like, what's that smell? There's a toilet right here. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Dude, look at this. Man, he's a red light, green light. Red light, green light. Man. Beautiful. Get out of here. I'm hungry now. Time to go get something to eat. I'm hungry now. Time to go get something to eat. Thank you, all things. Dude, I'm lost. Where is this? Where's this? And thank you, Miss T. Man, thank you, thank you, thank you. How's the signal, everybody? How's the signal? Is the signal good? Yeah? Is the signal good? Yeah, signal's good? All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you, all things. All right, man. Time to get up out of here. All right, y'all. I have. Yeah, he said, "What was the highlight of your day?" He said, "Surf." Look at y'all. I gotta pin this comment, y'all. I gotta pin this comment. This is a funny comment. Yo, check out this comment right here, man. That's a funny comment. Y'all see this comment right here? You're welcome. Absolutely, you're welcome. You're welcome, Laugh Till. Y'all see this comment right here? That's a funny comment. He said, "Surf. What was your highlight of your day?" Y'all see this comment right here? That's a good comment right here, man. I call myself the proletariat and the surf, man. He actually said, "Surf. What was the highlight of your day?" Y'all see this comment right here? Oh my God, man. He said, "Surf. What was the highlight of your day?" Dude, the highlight of my day, I think you already know the answer, man, was when I peed. And that's the Chinese word of the day, by the way, man. The word of the day is pee. Pee-pee, which is niao. N-I-A-O. Niao. So pee in China is niao. So you just learned a Chinese word today. Pee. Okay? That was the highlight of the day. When I went to niao. Here in the palace. Niao. That's the word of the day for Wendy. Niao. All right, look, this is the way we came in. This is the main palace hall that we saw. Absolutely beautiful. That is the unexpected word of the day, I know. Niao. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's go to lunch. I'm going to take you guys on a very brief couple-minute tour of the Eastern Imperial Garden. And we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. You know, this place is actually not that big. Like, in terms of the size, if you guys remember, this was the Carolina room, the Florida room. This room right here was the area that we were in about 35, 40 minutes ago, where you guys remember those big glass windows. That's where we are, looking at the beautiful garden over here. And you see, when I go into this garden right here, check this out. This is like a very Japanese style garden. This is a very, very Japanese style garden over here. Check this out. Y'all see this? This was Puyi's personal garden. All right, so we're not gonna stay in this garden. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Go and get something to eat. I think I need to charge my phone real quick. I also need to get some water. Niao. P. P-E-E. P. All right, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Thank you, Marta. Thank you. finally. See, now I'm glad I did not wear my jacket. It's actually hot now. It's actually very warm now. Now I'm glad I'm only wearing one layer. Thank you, Ash and All Things and T.S. Bach. Now here's the $1 million question. Do y'all want to see the Museum of Japanese Occupation? Because I think there's going to be some very sensitive things in there. Do y'all have the stomach to see the Museum of Japanese Occupation? You know what I'm saying? Like Charlie said, yeah. Is that really what you guys want to see? Not even sure if we have a signal in there. Yes. Because it's not for the faint of heart. Y'all want to see it real quick? You sure? Thank you, Ash and All Things. Thank you, Lori. Obviously, there's some things I can't show you that may be a little bit too much for you guys, but I'm gonna go in there and take a look first. Okay, let's go in. Let's go in. Let's go in for like 2 minutes. Okay. Oh my God, my man had a swimming pool. Dude, look at this. Dude, Puyi had a swimming pool. Oh, he was living good. Oh, he had a swimming pool. Man, he was chilling with his concubine in here. Man lived good, man. My man lived good. Thank you, All Things. Man, it must be nice to be born as an emperor. All right, man, I'm gonna go in this museum real quick, man. Only for a couple minutes. And then we're gonna get up out of here.啊，我知道。但是我从这儿出口。
看了俩楼，没看完，西边还有4个楼呢，2/3都在那边呢啊。那边是什么楼都有？鸡西楼、新民楼、怀远楼、家乐店。
哦，是那边还有4个楼。
这个楼的前面是那往西走。
这个楼的前面往西走。
在左边开了6个楼了，还有4个楼。
Wait, hold on one second. Hold on one second. We got some decisions to make. So apparently those 2 buildings that we just saw is only 1/3 of this entire place. Now I'm all messed up. Because once I exit here, I can't come back in without paying again. Hold up one second, everybody. Hold up one second. Nah, it's included. She's basically telling us, you pay $10 to get in here. Make sure you get your money's worth and see the other 2/3 and don't leave just yet. So she's being nice. Hold up one second. Let me, because we did pay $10 to come in here. Let me explore real quick. Stay with me, y'all. Let's by the way, his air raid shelter is built underneath this thing right here. So Puyi had an air raid shelter in case this place was being attacked in the air. This right here behind it is his air raid shelter. Obviously I can't go down there because that's the signal is gonna lag. But let's hold on one second. All right, let's see what else there is here. I'm not sure if I'll go into all the buildings or not, but let's walk over there real quick. There's one particular building I want to see. The private bedroom of the emperor. So Let's go over there real quick. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving. Man, make sure y'all follow the channel, everybody. Hit that follow button and share this live stream. Man, you're welcome, guys. I'm just exploring because I want to. Right here. I'm here. There's Jishilo over here. Thank you, Raina. You saw this. You saw this. Apparently, this is the only one. Left here. Oh, this is it right here. Oh. Okay. So this is the last building. I figured it out. Okay. This one I actually have to try to take you guys through. This is pretty cool, man. So this one right here is Jishilo. This is Jishi Tower over here, the Jishi building. So I have to take you guys in here because this was built in 1928, and this was the private resting place of Puyi and his concubines. So this right here is actually the private home of Puyi. The first building that we saw that was huge and ornate was like an office plus resting area plus ancestral temple, plus bedroom. But this is a private building. This was built in 1928, so it's almost 100 years old. So this right here is actually where the emperor and his concubines lived. So this is what I saw earlier where I was in a different building. So we're gonna go in here. If the signal is not good, I'm gonna switch to Wi-Fi, which means we're gonna lag a little bit. Okay, this is really the primary building where the emperor lived, called Jishi Building. Let's go in here. Empress also lived in here as well. I'm not sure if the empress actually lived here with him. She may have been left behind in Tianjin. Yes, he did not think that this one was bugged. Exactly. Look at this freaking place. Man, look at this. All European, too. Look at this. Thank you, Jane Yuk. This is all European. See, even the paintings on the wall, all European. Look at this. Thank you, Shilian. Thank you so much. All right, let's go see how the emperor lived. That is the empress, the last empress of China. That's Wanrong right here. That's right here. If you guys look at one of my episodes that I made for TikTok, I made an episode about her golden seal. That's actually in my homepage. I think that video's got over 100,000 views already. That is the last empress of China, Empress Wanrong. That is her right here. That is her. A beautiful woman. Very, very beautiful woman. Gorgeous. Her eyebrows. Look at her eyebrows. They were done perfectly. Thank you, all things. Look at her eyebrows, y'all. Yeah, she was sad. She had a very sad life. Doesn't look that happy, does she? Doesn't look that happy at all. Her name is Wanrong, Wanrong. Go on. All right, let's go try to find their bedroom. It's Puyi right here on the left. So that is Puyi. Honestly, man, Puyi looks, I'm gonna be very respectful when I say this, but this is a very odd photo of Puyi, man. He wearing sunglasses. And just when I was about to say something negative about them sunglasses, I just realized I'm also wearing sunglasses as well. So I should probably shut my mouth. I just saw the irony of what I was about to say. That is Puyi with his wife. That is the last emperor of China. And his wife, the last empress of China. Oh, this photo was taken at the same place that we saw 2 weeks ago in Tianjin. You guys remember when we were in Tianjin in Jingyuan? You guys remember that? You guys remember that? This photo was taken there. So you see he's a lot older in this photo, right? Look at him. He's a lot older in this photo. So much history here. You know, this photo was taken in the Forbidden City. We're gonna stream from the Forbidden City very soon in Beijing. This is her riding on a bicycle, Wanrong, in the Forbidden City. Let's go and get out of here. It makes me kind of sad being here, to be honest. Oh, it's the bedroom. So this is the bedroom of one of the concubines. You can see a pair of shoes. I'm not sure if that actually belonged to her, but this is the bedroom of one of the concubines. You can see a pair of shoes. I'm not sure if that actually belonged to her, but this is the bedroom of one of the concubines that actually lived here. They were married in here, actually, in this room, in this building. She passed away here. Thank you, Lisa Ann. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. Man. Thank you, user, for becoming a 5-month subscriber. Thank you so much. Let's keep it moving. Wow. Thank you, Melinda. Nah, you're welcome, everybody. This was the room of the concubine where she studied. This is basically her office. So nah, you're welcome, everybody. This was the room of the concubine where she studied. This is basically her office. So basically her office is, you know, office, you know, office, apartment in Shenzhen. Way. I just switched to Wi-Fi. It should be better now. Yeah, I just switched to Wi-Fi. Beautiful. Thank you to Kings. Man, this was her living room. This was the concubine's living room. And once again, this place is bigger than my entire apartment in Shenzhen. Thank you to Kings and New Beginning. This makes me feel some type of way, y'all. This makes me feel some type of way. Man, thank you, Martha. Halfway to our goal. Thank you, Martha. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. This literally was the living room, and behind me is the study room of the concubine who passed away at age 22. Man, let's go and get up out of here. Gorgeous room. See, now we got to go and see where the emperor lived. That's the $1 million question. If this is where the concubine lived, let's see where the emperor lived. That's the $1 million question. If this is where the concubine lived, where did the emperor live? Must be on the second floor. Oh, look at their toilet. Finally see the toilet. Oh, wow, this is a nice toilet. No squat toilets over here, I'll tell you that. This is Puyi's toilet over here. So in case y'all wondering where did the emperor use the toilet, man, this is it right here. This is Puyi's toilet over here. This is the toilet of the last emperor of China. My man had a bathtub. You see the European painting over here? He had a sink with running water and hot water, actually. He had a Western style toilet. You can see that he didn't use a squat toilet. Where did he shower at? Oh, there was another sink inside. Man, the toilet is over there. Let me tell you guys something, man. This is the toilet where I need to go and leap over this barricade over here. Okay? And drop a deuce so that I could say for the rest of my life, I used the same toilet as the last emperor of China. I have an overwhelming urge right now to just jump over this barricade and take the Browns to the Super Bowl right then and there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would really like to do right now. That's what I would really like to do. Man, I want to take and then immediately after, I would like to take a shower right here. Thank you to Rio Shallow. Thank you to Rio Shallow for the roses. Man, at least let me wash my hands using that. Thank you, Joanna. Man. Oh my God, this is Puyi's bedroom right here. So, oh wow, Puyi lived here for 13 years. The last emperor of China, Puyi, lived here from April 3rd, 1932 until the end of the war, August 11th, 1945. He liked to sleep late, just like me. When sleeping, he never put on quilts. Instead, he covered himself with a Tao quilt all year round. Even in the wintertime, cold, very cold here, he did not like to use a blanket or a quilt. He slept with literally just a piece of towel. Wow, he must have been perspiring. Whatever activities he was partaking before bed must have made him very hot. This is the bed that Puyi, the last emperor of China, slept on. Thank you, Jesus. Man. This is the last emperor of China's bedroom. This is the place where he really slept. That's a beautiful room, man. I could chill in a room like this, man. I could hang out in a room like this. Must be nice. Must be nice living out here, man. He would have been in his 40s. I think in his 30s, 40s while he was here. Oh my God, my man had a barbershop. My man had his own barbershop. Look at him. Puyi had his own barbershop. Look at him. Look. During the puppet Manchurian state, a Japanese hairdresser named Kanada. That's what I call Canada, by the way. I don't call Canada Canada. I call Canada Kanada. Okay? I learned that from Tucker. I was watching Tucker Carlson. He calls Canada Kanada. I started calling Canada Kanada as well. Came to serve Puyi exclusively. Okay? The cut hair would be wrapped in a piece of yellow silk, which was then dated and numbered for storing. This was to show the preciousness of dragon's hair. What the hell? Puyi's hormone-injecting instruments were also sterilized here. What the hell does that mean? Somebody interpret this sentence for me. Puyi's hormone-injecting instruments were also sterilized here. Tell me, what the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean, y'all? Let me say that again. Puyi's hormone-injecting instruments were also sterilized here. But also, my man's hair didn't even go to the trash can. His hair was wrapped in yellow silk, which was then dated and numbered for storing to show the preciousness of dragon's hair. Damn. Even when he got a haircut in the seat right here, they stored his hair and they numbered it. Wow. This is office right here. We study. Right next to his bedroom. This is his study. Look at this. He said this explains the no blanket situation. Man. I gotta tell you, man, the older I get, the more I learn about history, man. A lot of very famous people in history were very eccentric people. You know what I'm saying? They were very strange people with strange habits, strange lifestyles, you know what I'm saying? The older I get, the more I realize that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why I'm not famous and I'm not important. Maybe it's because I'm too normal. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should start acting a little bit more strange. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Let's keep it moving, everybody. Maybe that's why. Let's keep it moving. What's this right here? Puyi's family hall for worshiping the Buddha. Oh, there's another ancestral hall right here. He said, oh, I gotta pin that comment. Amuj, I'm sorry for bumping your comment. I gotta pin that comment. I kind of regret calling myself a serf now, because y'all are just running away with that comment now. The better word I like is proletariat. Okay, I'm gonna change the name of this channel from the Monkey Kong to the Proletariat Kong. Okay, I like that name a lot better. The Proletariat Kong. Okay? Alright? Y'all running away with this name, Surf. Y'all doing too much, man. Y'all doing too much. Let's keep it moving. Yes, the last... Yeah, absolutely. The Last Emperor, the movie, is exactly about here. Exactly. It's about Puyi. The Proletariat Kong. Okay? The collective Kong. Exactly. See, this one I'm not... It's not this. Ooh, this bed is now a lot bigger. What room is this? What room is this, y'all? See, look, how come the emperor slept in a little twin-sized bed, but the Empress got a big queen-size bed to herself. And this dude is just following me, man. This dude is just following me. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I go, this tour guide goes, man. I'm just gonna get away from him for a second. He's just following me. What on earth? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just following me, man. I'm just gonna chill out here for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, wherever if I go take a shit in the toilet right now, he will follow me to the toilet and start explaining. You know, so wherever I go, he go. You know what I'm saying? Literally, wherever I go, he go. You know what I'm saying? If I went to the toilet to go pee right now, he would be in my ear right now, doing a bunch of explaining. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Paula. I don't know what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? But just be following me. Man. Thank you, all things. All right, now he finally gone, man. Let's look at the bed again. Anyway, back to what I was saying, man. I was like, why is the Emperor sleeping in a twin-size bed, but the Empress is sleeping inside a queen-size bed? Think about that, right? Let's go a picture of her right here. Yeah, follow the channel, everybody. Boom boom in her room, y'all think? See, I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. I don't feel like I don't know the truth. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's not like I was watching them. But Puyi doesn't strike me as someone who is very active. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look like he goes and chases after the boom boom based on what I've seen. Because you're talking about a man who needed hormone injections, right? He just strikes me as a man who is very, you know, I don't know how to say this in a polite way, but there have been innuendos and suggestions about his, you know what, his preferences, right? You could go ahead and Google that. You could go ahead and search it up. There have been innuendos and suggestions about what were his actual preferences. Doesn't strike me as someone who is like a, you know what I'm saying? Because if you put me as the owner of this house, there'll be a lot going on. I just put it that way. Thank you, Yang Jinglong. So very, very eccentric figure. Very, very eccentric human being. Someone keeps on saying he didn't have any kids. I'm not sure if that's true. Puyi never had any children? Thank you, Jules. Did he not have any kids? I didn't know that. So this is Wenrong's bedroom. I'm glad she had her nice little bed over here. A big bed over here. That's nice. He did? He had a child? Okay. So he did. So he did have a kid. Let's keep moving. Oh, so this is the room. Oh. I'm not going to show you the words on that tablet. Yeah. She was an addict. Thank you, Lariana, for becoming a 7-month subscriber. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Let's keep it moving. This is her living room right here. You know, it's kind of crazy, man. Once again, just like in the city of Tianjin, the wife, the Empress, had to live in the same house as the concubine. Literally, the other women was living downstairs. Dang. The other woman was living right downstairs. Dang, that's tough, man. That's tough, honestly, man, for a woman's dignity, man. That's tough. That's tough, man. Same as in the city of Tianjin. You guys remember when we were at Jingyuan, you saw the other house, right? You saw that, right? Damn. Puyi, I'm telling you guys, man, Puyi, a real gangster. Because every night he could choose to go upstairs or downstairs. Now that's gangster. Now that's gangster. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I could chill upstairs or downstairs. Mooney took the words out of my mouth. I gotta work harder in life. There's levels to this. I gotta work harder in life, man. Let's keep it moving, everybody. I'm just playing. Even though I'm a dog, I'm a loyal dog. I'm a loyal dog, everybody. I'm a loyal dog, everybody. I'm a loyal dog. Let's keep it moving. Even though I'm a dog, even though y'all looking at a dog right here, this is a loyal dog. Okay? This is a loyal dog. Thank you, Xie Lian. I'm a loyal dog. Ain't gonna be no upstairs, downstairs for me. Okay? There's only gonna be one person. I'm a loyal dog. Exactly, man. I'm a golden retriever, man. You see exactly, Charlie. You get it. Let's keep moving. Let's get up out of here. This is a place to leave a note. We're gonna leave a little note over here. All right? We'll leave a note over here. And look how many views do we have today. We have 74,000 views already. Over 60,000 viewers. Gonna go ahead and leave a note. Beautiful. All right. The Monkey Kong and 60,000 viewers were here. Thank you. September 10th, 2024. Absolutely beautiful. Leave them a little note. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jane Yuk. 60,000 people came with me to the Palace Museum of the Manchu Kingdom. All right. Draw a little heart. Beautiful. Thank you, all things. Let's go ahead and get up out of here, everybody. All righty. Beautiful day. 2 hours and 55 minutes in the books. Let's go ahead and get up out of here. All right, y'all. Now we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. I'm going to get off of Wi-Fi, so it's going to lag a little bit. Okay, we're going to lag for a second. Please stay with me. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back the way I came from. If I didn't come back to this thing right here, we would have actually missed it. Seriously, y'all, if I didn't come back here, we would have missed it. The Jishi Lo over here, we would have missed it. The private residence of the emperor and his concubine and his empress. If we didn't double back, we would have missed this place altogether. So this is a 2-story building. Typical 2-story building, not that big at all. This is more like a home here. The first building that we saw was way too official, way too formal. This has much more of a home feeling. What you're looking at right here is the official residence from 1932 until 1945. For 13 years, this was the official residence of the Puyi Emperor, the last emperor of China. Actually, his name is the Xuantong Emperor. Unless I'm wrong, I believe his name was the Xuantong Emperor. His name was Puyi, Aixing Jueluo Puyi. Make sure y'all follow the channel. Share this live stream. Do you guys enjoy it? I know the bricks are very cool, man. First of all, you know what's the coolest? You guys. I never thought that a band of usually American viewers watching would be so interested in Chinese history that we would have over 60,000 viewers, over 75,000 views today tuning into this live stream. It is absolutely incredible. Y'all are incredible. Thank you, Sonny. Y'all have blown my expectations out of the way. Usually when I go to these places, I have very low expectations. I have very, very low expectations on how many people would tune in, how many people would watch, because people like the markets, people like the streets. You know what I'm saying? Not as many people like the history, but you guys, thank you, Joe Lee, for sending those subscriptions. Thank you, Joe Lee. Thank you, Sonny. But the fact that you guys tuned out in such big numbers today is only added motivation for me to take you guys to more cool places. Thank you, Shilian and Sonny. Thank you, Jolie. If you got a free sub from Jolie, please give her a word of thank you. Thank you, Chamor. Thank you, Knight. Thank you, Martez. Thank you, Kalena. Thank you very much. You like the history? Good. All right, now I think it's time for lunch. It's got to be around 1 p.m. now. Yeah, it's 1:16 p.m. in the afternoon. Let's go and grab some lunch. And let's go and grab some lunch. I'm going to hit 3 hours on the dot. See, because I don't think you guys have the appetite to do another museum tour. So I'm not going to suffocate you with another museum tour. Thank you, Lena. So I'm gonna stream for like another 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here to the exit. We're going to stream for another 5 minutes. And then I'll go and look for lunch, which means I should probably be back within half an hour. Okay, thank you, Fally. Thank you, Jack12. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you, Lady Duff. Thank you to all my moderators. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you to all my moderators. Man, I appreciate. I'm glad the internet worked pretty well today. Thank you, Melinda. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out what lunch is, but it's not gonna be fogs again, and it's not gonna be spicy again. We're gonna eat good today. Actually, talk to my business partner real quick. 熊猫，我这边要下播了，已经3个小时了。我现在还在这个我还在那个皇宫这边。你看，我准备马上下播，然后我就去那个吃饭的地方。你看一看这附近有什么吃的地方。好的。All right, cool, beautiful. This is it. This is it for me. I'm gonna hit 3 hours on the dot, so it's 2 hours and 59 minutes. I'll be here for another couple of minutes. And then I'll see you guys in about half an hour at lunch. For those of you that are not going to bed, thank you, Jen. Thank you, Kalena. Thank you, Mooney. And thank you, everybody who sent the subs, for all the love today. Make sure y'all follow the channel. We go everywhere here in China. Please make sure y'all follow the channel so you can see me again here on TikTok. Thank you, John, because I stream every single day and I put in a lot of hard work. You want to make sure you can see me again on the FYP. You got to hit that follow button. We have also over 400,000 likes. Thank you, Melinda. So please follow the channel, man. Yes, hopefully most people are going to bed. I'll see you guys tonight, my nighttime, your Tuesday morning. Thank you, Sue228. But the folks who are still going to be awake, I'll be at lunch within 30 minutes. Okay? Thank you, Melinda. Thank you. For those of you that are going to bed, have a great night. Okay? Have a great night. I'll see you guys later. Hopefully on Tuesday morning. Please follow the channel and share this. No need to share anymore. Thank you, Fancy. I'm out of here, everybody. I will see you guys in about 30 minutes. And then for the rest of you, I will see you guys later on Tuesday morning. Have a great Monday night. Thank you, Shirley, and thank you all things. Thank you, everybody, man, for all the love and support. Martha, Linda, Lee, everybody, man. Like, you know who you are. Charlie, everybody, for all the love and support. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you guys in about 30 minutes for those of you not going to bed. See y'all later, everybody. See y'all later. Daniel, the Monkey Kong, out. All right. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, La Banks. I'm out. I'm going to see you guys later, everybody. Bye-bye, everybody.